In this video, we're in episode 13 of the Deluge Bootcamp series. We're going to be going over the arranger view in depth. If you find that you're falling behind in this video, you can try starting from the first episode and go from there in the playlist. It is recommended to watch these videos until you fully understand how it works. Even 5 minutes a day practice can go a long way. As usual in all of my videos, I'm not writing a song or trying to impress anyone. We're just putting in basic improvised notes and tones to focus on the functionality. This is to leave you to your own musical purposes, so you can imagine inserting any genre or even create your own genre with this gear. Note that the Deluge can make extremely long or short clips. I'm just using more shorter clips just to get the point across. Before we get into it, we're going to set up very basic clips and song view first so that we can show how arranger view works. So let's turn it on. We're going to press Shift Synth to create a new synth. Let's listen to it. So we're going to turn it down a little bit. I want that note to ring out, so I'm going to press the third button here and turn up the decay. I want to go into vibrato. Just want a little subtle sound. I want it to be higher pitched too. Let's turn down the cutoff a little. Turn up a little the feedback on the delay. Little reverb. So what I can do is play notes here to find which row we want to put in the steps. And we're just going to put a couple notes in. We're just going to skip every other pad here. So I want the notes to play like this, and let's listen to it. Okay, that sounds good. We're going to go in a song view. Now we're just going to duplicate this track down so I can press anywhere on this row here and press down. And now we can see it's a different section color. I'm going to unmute it by either pressing that or switching the mutes. We're going to go in here. Let's press left, right knob, press back to clear it. Okay, let's switch between them. Okay. Now I want something more like a bass synth, so let's create a new track. Again, we're in song view. I'm just going to press an empty spot here. Shift, synth. Another new synth, so let's go and make it a bass. So I'm going to turn the volume down. Okay, that's kind of a good volume. Maybe let's cut off a little bit of the high end, turn in the cutoff. Now we push down twice and turn up the bass. Let's just crank it all the way up. And let's turn up the decay just a little bit. So let's just listen to this. Now find a note that would be good for bass. Okay, so we're going to do a C note. Now let's go down to here. Copying the bass down to it. Now we're going to turn it on. So let's hold it down and move it into place to a note that might sound good. Okay. You can see though, if we look, this is the bass track. If we forget, we just press here. It says Synth 174. Whereas we started the other one, Synth 173. So down here, we can see it's in a different order. So I want to move this up. So I hold down on the row and turn that knob so it's kind of more organized the way that I want it to be. Now let's do another one. So I'm going to copy the bass down and the other synth down. We're going to go into here. Okay, now I just changed the bass. Now we're going to have to figure out notes that go along with that. Okay, so let's see how that sounds. So we have all these different parts we can see. They're divided out into different section colors. But now what I want to do is create an arrangement from these pieces. So what we're going to do is switch to Arranger. So we can see if we're in Song View, it's going to be a solid light. And now if we're in Arranger View, it's going to be blinking. Also, you can see that the audition pads go blank as compared to the Song View, as you can see. In Arranger View, you want to hold the audition pad to see what instrument the row represents. So we can see this visually in the upper section, plus you can hear it. So if we switch back to Song View, orientation is found by pressing any of the rows. Again, going back to Arranger, orientation is found by pressing the audition pads. The Arranger View is its own canvas using the clips from the Song View. Or we can actually make them right in the Arranger. This is similar to a linear DAW view where each row is organized by the instrument. So we have two instruments. If we go into Song View, the two instruments, the bass and then the high synth. Now we can get confused here because I had the bass as the top line and then the lead synth as the bottom. So if I look here, the top isn't the bass. So what I'm going to do is just hold down on the audition pad and then turn the up-down knob. So now it's in order, the same order that I have set up here. So this is organized by instrument. This is organized by clip. So as you can see, we have bunches of clips, two instruments divided out here. So in Song View, if you want to move something, you have to hold the row and turn up and down knob. And here, hold down the audition pad, turn the up-down knob. In Arranger View, we can mute the same way. We just toggle by pressing the mute pad. To solo, hold down left-right knob and then toggle solo. Notice if I push down the left-right knob, we're in second note view. We can zoom the same on this view by pushing and turning the left-right knob. Currently though, let's stay into second. So we draw on the clips. We'll start with the bass. So let's press play. We can see it just plays that one clip. So we can draw more clips. So if we play this, I want it to play 5 times. And there it goes. We can watch it happen. If I press cross screen, it follows the cursor. We can just turn it off if we don't want it to scroll. So it played that amount of times and then it stopped. When we're holding the clip, we can cycle through the available section colors, as you can see that color changing here when I turn the knob. So it changes through the 3 colors that we have, and then white. Now I'll get into white instances later, but right now we're looking at blue clip. So let's say I want to get rid of some of these. You just press on the head here. So you just press it and it disappears. But don't worry, if you need it back, just press it again. There it is. Nice and easy. Now I'm going to add another color here. So we're going to turn it to pink. Now I'm going to make, so it's blue, blue, pink, pink. And then I want orange. So let's say I want it to go orange once and then pink. When we add a clip, it'll add from the last color that we had selected. So let's say I hold down here. I want to grab that color. So it's pink now. So if I push here, it's going to be pink. Let's get rid of it. I want it to be orange. So I'm going to hold down, let go. Now we're on orange. Back to blue, hold it down, press over here. And there we go. Now if we press the tail of any of these, we're going to actually enter in to the clip itself. So if I press song, we're going to go back into Arranger View. Back into the clip, back to Arranger View. So it's very easy. We're going from Arranger into the clip. Now if I change this clip and I go back, it's going to change every instance of that. So if there's a pink one way later on in the song, it'll change it to that. All of these are song sections. You can make blue your intro, or you can make it half a song long. You can make it into anything that you want. Maybe you can make verse and chorus. The cool part of this is the sections can be as long or short as you want. And when I say as long as you want, you can go for 30 minutes probably. So this is just the bass line. I want this lead synth part to come in. So I want it to play the bass one time. Now I'm going to copy blue down to here. And then I want to copy pink, copy orange, copy blue. So now these parts are going to be playing. Let's actually cut out here so it'll just be the bass, and then I'll add it. And then here it'll just the high synth. So let's play. We can see what I'm talking about here. So in each of these, just imagine you're putting all your ideas together into a song. You can just sit here and arrange it and figure out where you want things to go. But when you press play, it always starts from the beginning. Let's say I want to start way up here, where just adding more pink here. So I want to hear how it sounds from this part going into the pink. So I'm going to hold down left, right knob, press play, and it's going to play from that position. So I could zoom in and out, but it can get a little confusing. Let's say you're done editing all these clips here. You can zoom out and then work by kind of just painting in your ideas of what you want and what order you want it to be in. So let's zoom back in to second so we can see everything here. Now I'm going to clear this. So left, right knob, back. So we just cleared the arrangement. So when we insert a clip, and let's say we want to trim it, so we don't want it to go on to here. So I'm going to hold down anywhere on here and press where I want to cut off. So it just chopped that off. So if we listen to it, it just stops instead of playing fully. So let's put these notes here. Let's trim that and see what happens. So that's it. It just plays half of the bar that we had. So similarly, if we hold the clip and we want to extend it, it's going to loop that clip. So if I hold it here and go, let's go this far. But I actually want to do both synths, so we just made that. Now it's just going to loop until it hits here. Starts again, so that's the third time, and then it just stops. So let's say we want to undo that. You can either press back, or you can just draw a new one, and you can see how it can loop. So I just doubled it. I want to chop that back off anywhere on the note and then chop it off. So you can extend things. Let's say I want it to go this long, but let's just remember this length then. You can actually just put in each instance. You're going to get the exact same results, but for counting purposes, when you're working on a song and you want this part to play a certain amount of times, it's easier to see if you just enter in each clip. So if we edit a clip, let's go in here and let's duplicate it. So shift and then push down left, right knob. Now we see two instances of it and can change a note maybe. And then let's play from here. Left, right knob, play. So as you see, it actually extended it. But here, these are already cut off halfway. So let's add new ones right here. So we're going to hear, it's going to be the original, and this is the extended version where there's more notes. So that's another way you can organize and arrange your clips. I could even make it where, let's zoom in to fourth. So I'm just going to chop this off and just draw in notes. There's the full one. Let's zoom back to second. It's very important what zoom you're at, and I would say maybe second is your best bet when you're first starting off with this. So if you want to nudge a clip, let's say I have a couple of blue clips. Let's just add some clips here. Purple. Just count it out. You can just make a nice structure of your songs and your ideas this way. So let's say I want to nudge a clip. Let's say I have a pink right here and I want to nudge it to here. Just hold on it and then turn the left, right knob. And there you go. It nudges it, moves that one clip. Let's say there's another clip in the way. Let's say there's something right here and I try to move it on top of it. It won't let me. So it's smart. It won't let you put something somewhere it won't fit. So you let go of it and it just stops there. If you want to nudge all the clips from an area, we can do that. Make sure we're in second view just so we can see what we're doing here. And you just scroll with this in mind as being your selection right here. So this, if I hold shift and I turn left, right knob, It's nudging all of the clips. Now if I bring it in to where it hits this clip, so we're going to go here, shift left, it's gone. It disappears. So I just erase that. Thankfully, we can press back and then it's restored. So shift, left, right knob. Now let's say there's this clip here and I'm shifting from here. It's not going to shift that note, only if its beginning is contained, as you can see. We can add an instrument by pressing any blank audition pad. Let's choose Kit 3. Okay, now there's no context. If I go into song view, we don't see any row containing the Kit 3 that I just created. It's just what we had. We have it in Arranger, but it's not in song view. So just keep that in mind. You can do that. You can add something and it just doesn't have any clips. So if I add a clip now, it's a white clip. Now a white clip means that it is completely unique clip. So it can't be drawn anywhere else. So you can still nudge it around, but you can't draw it in anywhere else because it's its own clip. You would imagine the white clip as like when you press record on your DAW and it just starts recording from a blank clip. So what I want to do is go in to the clip and then we'll just add some drums, real basic drums, and then we can listen. Okay, so that's great, but I do want to loop it. I could do that, but I want to be able to draw it in. So what you have to do, you have to take the white instance, and it can only apply to white clips. Hold down the white instance and press song. Now we can see it just created that into a clip. See, it's a blue clip. We hold it down, Kit 3. So now we don't have to do anything. Just press song view again just to go back into Arranger. And now we can draw it out, starting with the first section color. So if let's get rid of it. I want just the drums to start here, and let's listen to it. So it plays that. Now we'll add drums here. So that's great and all, but let's say I want to make a variation right here. I can press shift and then the clip and it'll turn white. So I just took that clip and made it into, as you can see, it's still there, but I made it into a unique instance. So now what I'm changing here is only going to play there, nowhere else. I can't copy it anywhere because it's a white instance. So let's listen to it. Left, right knob, play. So normal drums, again, and then here. And then it just switches. So let's say I do want to reuse that, like, okay, I want to use that fill places. So I'm going to hold it down, press song, and then we know we created it. Press song again, and now we have the pink one. So now I can combine things that way. So I'm going to make... Let's just experiment a little bit. We're just going to make a song track here. For the drums, I want it to play regular, and then we're going to do the pink one. And then go back to regular over here. And then we'll play out the orange clips. Let's see how that sounds. So we're going to start from here. Left, right knob, play. So here it goes, it's going to change. Back to that. So let's go into this clip. I want to make this something unique. So I'm going to hold down shift, make it white, go into the clip. Let's just clear it. Okay, so I just composed that, just improvised. Let's see what it sounds like. So we're going to start right here. Well, you can make just changes, variations anywhere in this song now. So I'll play here. Now this part, let's make that different. We're going to go in here. Okay, I just made one little change. Now we're going to play. So you can start building and molding and crafting your sounds using the arranger view. So let's clear it out, and just like before, you can actually go in here and record that right into the arranger. So that's always an option. Left, right, now, back, cleared everything. What I want to do is maybe make 2 of these, 2 pink, and orange, and then we can add the drums. We'll add the drums. We'll start it here with that like fill part, and then we're going to turn it back to blue, which will play, and then we'll do an entire bar of the fill. Let's add some bass in here. That's good enough. Make it go faster. Unfortunately, there's no loop option or copy option in the arranger, but there is something that is interesting. So if I press play, make it a little faster. Now if I go into song right now, you can see you just press here, and now it's just going to keep playing what was enabled and was playing here on loop as long as you want. Now if you want it to go back into here, left, right, knob, play, and then it'll just start playing. So I can go back in here, leave it there. Let's go back here, left, right, knob, play. So in the last episode, we saw how we can record performances from Song View into Arranger View. So we can do that. Actually, if we wanted to add to this, I can just go right over here, go to Song View, and then let's just start with this synth, press record and song. Now what it's going to do is draw this right in. Here we go. We're going to start. Now we're going to switch to these. Made sure this drum is playing here. Now let's turn it off. Back into Song View. We can see what I had performed out. And there it is. And it's right after what I had already arranged. So we can take this and kind of rearrange things as well, cutting things short, adding shorter parts. We can zoom in, create really short parts here, and just listen to it, see what it sounds like. Press cross screen, and now we're following the song. Press it again, and it turns off. Let's say we have a really complicated song and we need to place markers. So all you got to do, just add a new instrument row, just press right here. We'll just leave it at synth 0 because we're not going to use it for anything. We're just going to use it to put in markers. Just make sure we're in second view. Okay, so we'll put in a marker here. Right here is where I started my performance. And then right here is when everything changes to the orange, etc. And then this is the end where it just plays this synth. So let's go back, zoom in. And now what I'm going to do, go into fourth view, that's good. We're going to turn on cross screen so it follows it and just press play. We can see the marker here that I created. And it's just silent, it's just a way to mark something. So there's another marker because I just started. This was where my performance was in. Now it's going in. Here comes another marker down here. See it? That's when everything changes to the orange synth. it's going to keep playing. And then here I marked that area where it's just that synth. Just in case I got confused and needed to see where I was in the song, it's a good way just to zoom out here. We can see, there it is. Okay, all set.